Hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda, and today I'm really excited to have a talk with you guys. Yesterday, if you saw yesterday's video, you saw me putting up cranberries. I was really excited to get that done. We had had those 2 bags for a little while, and it just spurred me to start thinking about a lot of different things. You can have a year's supply of one of your family's most used products, but eventually that will run out, right? And that is something that we all really need to think about. But right now I am in like a transition phase in my life, and I'm making some big decisions, and as I'm trying to figure things out and I'm prayerfully considering a lot of different options for me and Sunshine right now, I have to think long term, and I tend to kind of get a little frustrated with not having made a decision yet and feeling like I'm kind of in limbo, and it can be a very frustrating place. And over time, I have noticed a lot of the comments in different videos have been around this idea of I'm saving for a homestead, I'm not where I want to be yet, I'm working on this or that or the other. And so I know a lot of you are in a similar place, and you are saving, or you are waiting to move, or you are trying to figure some things out, and you haven't gotten there yet. Well, this video is for you guys as much as it is for me. It's okay. It's really okay. And regardless of what your story is, regardless of your reason, or what is keeping you in this limbo state, maybe it's a physical disability, maybe it is a sickness. I have just recently had surgery because I have a chronic illness that has plagued me for years and has caused me to not be able to hold a job, and has really caused a lot of suffering and halted a lot of my plans in my life, because I can't always do what I want to do because of that illness. And so when you have something like that that is weighing you down, it can be very frustrating, and life can be very uncertain. So I don't know, what is your issue? What is your story? What do you feel like in your life right now is holding you back? I would really love to hear from you guys in the comments. I've had so many people reach out, especially women, since my surgery, and say, hey, I have endo too, and it has wrecked my life. Sister, I hear you, and I know exactly what those frustrations are. Long term, I would have my own cranberry bushes, I would have my own blueberry bushes, but right now, that's not possible. That's okay. That's part of my story. Right now, I can't do that, but it's okay. I can use that could be a frustration as motivation. I can take it and turn it around. So that is what I want to encourage you to do today. If you are frustrated about something you can't change, or don't know how to change, or aren't ready to change, maybe you can take that frustration and flip it around. Use it to motivate yourself to do what you can do, because we all have things that we can do and can't do. And the way we can stay positive is to focus on what we can change and leave the rest up to God. So right now I'm prayerfully considering some different options, but for now I am doing what I can do, what I can affect change for, and that is to stock up food for my family. So that is why right now I'm working very diligently to put up as much food as I can. Since I'm not sure what the future is going to hold, I'm not planting a lot right now. And so because of that, I just have to be okay with where I'm at. And my mom laughs at me. She gets a kick, because all of my life I have wanted to grow up. I'm almost 30 now, so it's kind of funny because I'm still in this place where I just want to move to the next step. And so right now in this season of my life, I feel like the Lord is really teaching me patience, and kind of has me in this holding area where I've had to learn to wait. And it's a precious time, because there are some great things that happen in the waiting, some great lessons to be learned in the waiting, but at the same time it can be frustrating. And so if you don't take the frustration and turn it into something, you will ruin your life with some negativity, and that is something that I can't abide. So take that negativity, turn it around, flip side it, and make something beautiful. There is always something for someone to do. So regardless of what your physical limitations are, or regardless of your income or your position at work, or whatever is going on in your life that you wish you could change and can't, regardless of that, find something beautiful in it. Find the silver lining and figure out what you can do from where you're at. What can you do with what you've been given? I think oftentimes in this society where we have instant gratification, we forget about being good stewards of what we do have. And right now I do have the means to purchase a little bit extra. I can buy an extra bag of cranberries a month and put that up for my family. Right now that's what I can do. I did go to the doctor a few days ago and she cleared me, so I am finally able to start canning again. I'm really excited about that. Tomorrow I plan to go purchase some chicken and start putting that up because we are running really low on meat in our pantry since I've had surgery. So that's really, really exciting. I cannot wait for that. But because I have not been very physically active for the last 6 weeks, my muscle tone is a lot different, and so I'm finding it's harder to pick up things, and it's harder. Like, I lifted my daughter for the first time in 6 weeks yesterday, and it was really exciting because she's like, Mom, you can pick me up again. And I picked her up and I was like, whoa, you have not grown that much. Mommy is just not as strong as I was. And so it's going to take me some time to kind of get back into the groove of doing the things that I normally do. I vacuumed for the first time yesterday in 6 weeks, and it was wonderful to not have to rely on someone else to do that. That's something I normally take care of. And I noticed that I was a little sore still. Like, after I finished, I was like, this is surprising. So I'm going to have to work back into that. And that can be frustrating. But I'm choosing to take that as an opportunity to broaden my horizons and to slowly work back into doing the things that I love, which is the garden and the food and putting up food. That's just my thing. It's all about the food. So I hope you get something out of this. I normally don't do a talk where I just kind of rant at you, and I don't want it to feel like a rant. But I just feel very passionately that if we do not take our circumstances and make something positive out of them, they can destroy our lives. And that has happened to me before. I've shared before that when I was pregnant with my daughter, I was 6 months pregnant, and I lost my job. And there was a lot of negative things that happened there. We have neighbors. Anyway, there are a lot of things that happened in that time that had caused me to be a very negative person. And I was only looking at the glass half full, and it wasn't even half full. It was almost empty, and I begrudged myself and others in that time in my life for the things that were happening, and I let that kind of control me and rule my life, and it was wrong, and it made me miserable, and it made other people around me miserable. And my life would be very different now if at the time I had decided to see the positive things in life and had chosen to see the sunshine in the rain. That sounds very cliche, but it's true. And so I hope that this encourages you. If you're having a rainy season in your life and you are feeling despair or frustration, I hope that this talk somehow can encourage you to see the positive things in life, because life is beautiful and we only get to live it once, and we only get to experience it in the moment. We have our memories, but we make those every day. Every day we have an opportunity to make new memories with those that we love. And so I want to encourage you today to make some beautiful memories, make some choices that will enhance your life instead of being negative, because it's a choice. Our circumstances are not always a choice. They happen, and sometimes they downright stink. But we have the power to decide how we are going to look at those circumstances. And so if you have some rotten ones, that may not be your fault. But if you are choosing to only see the negative and to not reach deep within and find something positive, that is your fault. It's just true. That sounds harsh. But I wish someone had told me that at one point in my life. That, girl, if you are choosing to be negative and you're choosing not to see the good, that's on you. I wish someone had told me that. So I'm telling you today, and I hope that this kind of this talk helps us to understand each other a little better. I look forward to seeing the comments in this video and seeing kind of where you guys are at and how you're feeling about life, and if maybe you need to make some changes in your mental space to allow some positivity. So I hope that helps somebody. I love you guys. I'm so grateful that you're here. Every time you click on this, the videos on my channel, I count it a blessing. So thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and I hope you're having an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Bye, guys.